like 4 copies in. You know, it's I think that was one of them. So yeah, I think they actually. I think they don't want anyone that can't count higher than what they have in their 2 hands.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
So, yeah. So yeah, I got shorted. I got shorted on that. But I have to say, you know, as much as I make fun of DC all the time and whatnot,
Yeah.
I get more. Luna Distribution actually packs the books the best out of all of them. Everything, the boxes are almost in alphabetical order, and it just depends on what box you take. I'm either working from Y's and backwards, or I'm working from A's down. It depends on which box they take or how they packed it. But they're all in alphabetical order, so I may be working backwards or frontwards, or if I take, you know, one box, it may start with J's and go down, while the other box has A through, you know. But the shit is pretty much together, so it's so much easier to file.
Sounds nice.
Marvel, the Penguin Random House, they do a pretty good job, but their stuff is everywhere. I mean, Marvel has 8 million different variant covers too.
Yeah.
Well, none of the variant covers are even together. You'll have one here. You'll have two more down at the bottom of the box. You'll have one in another case. So they're everywhere. So it takes forever. And Diamond is everywhere too. And Diamond, it doesn't bother me as much as like DC and Marvel, because Diamond is working with every other company that's out there. So everything that's coming in is just coming in. These guys have one company that they're pulling. Try to get it in. Try to get it, you know, regular, yeah. I mean, you know, in order or somewhere.
Yeah.
So, I mean, as much as I rag on DC in general, their Luna Distribution in their packaging and getting stuff here, I have the least amount of damages. I probably have had the least amount of shortages with them. It still happens,
Yeah, still happens.
right? But I get more shortages with the other guys than I do Lunas. But I mean, I know it's human error. You know,
Yeah,
you're
right.
dealing with thousands and thousands of books, but there's just times it's like one time get a perfect order.
Yeah.
Just once, you know, once a month, and you'll be happy. Yeah. But Luna's the best one out of, believe it or not, out of all of them. So I got a shortage. And sometimes I get a shortage on something, but I get an overage on something else. And I think when they short something, they throw something else in so that the numbers add up right, but they don't put the right numbers of what's supposed to be in. You know, okay. Yeah. So I'm supposed to get 400 pieces, say. Yeah. I'll still get 400 pieces. I'll be short 10 of something, but I'll have 10 extras of something else. So my 400 pieces are still there. Yeah. But you know, so at that point, I don't know. I don't know what their thinking is when that happens. You know?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not there. Yeah, you should see the way. Sometimes you don't even get the same amount. Like, say I order 15. I would never order 15 Doctor Strangers. That book sucks. But I order 15 Doctor Strangers.
Yeah.
I could get 7 in one box.
Yeah.
And 8 in another box. Or sometimes I could get 7 in one box, 5 in another box, 3 in another box.
Oh,
I don't know how that happens, but yeah. So they're not even in the same. They're not even the same boxes.
You would think they would just have them
One
all
title would be
right?
together, right? Yeah.
Because if they're coming off the presses, I imagine they're doing like all at once. So you think they're
well, you know, when they come off the presses.
Yeah.
Then they're getting shipped to the distributor. Then they're getting right. They're not getting pulled off the presses and filed. They're coming off the presses, but they're all getting in boxes together. So what they would do, Titans will come in whatever boxes. If they order 5,000 of them, 10 boxes or whatever, right? They'll come in. So the distributor will get X amount of Titans boxes, X amount of Superman boxes. So they're all together. I'm sure when they come off the press, they're not mixed up. They're all together. I don't know where it goes. I mean, I get it sometimes. You're filling up a box. You only have enough room for 4 books in this box. You take the 4, you take the rest, you put it in another box. How they get spread across 3 or 4 boxes, don't know. You know, it's, we have three in this spot. Let's mess them up. Well, that's how you make shortages. Because now you put something in the wrong box. It's in the box of the store that's next to you at their center, and it's gone somewhere else. Yeah, you don't know.
Yeah, we gotta We gotta get on that.
Yeah.
We gotta...
I don't know how it works anymore. Back when we started, we used to go down to the warehouse. There was a warehouse in Woburn. We used to go pick up our books at the warehouse.
Oh yeah, you were telling me about
Yeah,
that.
and you could see them, and you, yeah. If you were out there and they were still filing, you saw the system of how it works. It seemed a little ass backwards on some things, but I guess that's a system that worked for them. It's
right.
But there was a lot of room for error with that system. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure they've updated stuff, but there's still error.
The human error.
Yeah, right. There's still human error on any of it.
Right.
I mean, they do deal with thousands and thousands of books. You expect some, but when I talk to almost every store I ever talk to, every week they're all getting damages or shortages too. I mean, something's got to get better, but it doesn't. So yeah. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they're shorthanded, or again, people can't count past their digits on their hands. So what do I do with the other 3? I only got 10. Where do these go?
We'll put them in someone else's.
Yeah, put them over here. Yeah, that'll work. Nice stack.
Yeah.
Did you get the acetate? Yeah, that's beautiful, huh?
That's really nice.
Yep.
I saw that and I was like, ooh, shit. And I opened it and I was like, yep.
Barbara
and Dick. And I just started reading Jeff Johns' run on Teen Titans.
Yep.
Because I finished all of the 99 run of Titans. And I feel like a lot of their characters are like super mischaracterized. I don't know, especially like Starfire, because when I'm going into Jeff Johns' Teen Titans, she's actually one of my favorites now. And like, I did not like her in the previous run at all. She was like a warmongering, like conqueror. Like I don't know what it was. She was just like, oh, let's fucking fight everyone. Okay.
Now she wants to have sex with everyone.
Yeah, right. Yeah, now. That's now, right?
Yeah.
Oh, fucking. Yeah, but it's fucking great, because my brother got me the Omni for Christmas, and I've been fucking blown through that thing. I'm just like, this shit is awesome. But I'm also reading Outsiders at the same time, so that's definitely interesting. It's fucking edgy as hell.
Was that the Outsiders that came out in like the early 2000s or the 90s?
Yeah, early 2000s. I think like 2004. Yeah.
Yep.
It's super edgy. Like, it started off with some people getting like sacrificed to demons and stuff. And I was just like, what the hell? What is this?
Nothing wrong with a good little sacrifice once in a while.
Yeah, right.
We try to do one here every week. I've never been a Titans fan. I've even tried. I don't try it anymore, but I was never Titans or New Teen Titans or any of that back. Yeah, I just never could get into it. Never liked them. You know, it's.
Was it the characters or just the...
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, some of the characters I liked on their own. You know, I've always liked Nightwing and and stuff. But I don't know. Yeah, it just I don't know. And I'm a big fan of team books. I love team books because sometimes it's characters I don't like by themselves, but when they're together as a team, you can deal with them because the focus isn't on them all the time, right? But yeah, no, my pretty much my whole life, even as a kid, I wasn't liking any of the Titan stuff or New Teen Titans or whatever rendition they had of it. And I've always tried. I mean, when John started doing it, I read more of that than I read of any of it. But even after that, I had enough. You know, I said, okay, I'm good with this, and I just stopped reading it. I don't know what it is, but yeah, I've never been a fan of it. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of Deathstroke either. Like, you know, and I know he was always with the. I like him. Like, his title, I don't want to read. I like him when he shows up as a guest character for an issue or two. Yeah. As just a badass villain. Yep. And then leave. It's time for you to go. Yeah. I get. So I think everything that kind of has to do with them. I mean, what's Deathstroke's son too?
He had two, right? He had the first Ravager, and then he had Jericho.
Yeah, Jericho. But anything with Jericho in it, I just don't even want to read. I cannot stand that whining snot. You know, it's
fair. You can't even talk, man.
No. But everyone's always like, "Oh, I feel so sorry for Jericho." Oh, you know, it's I don't erase him out of existence. Then we'll be happy. You know, it's,
Oh, man.
But yeah, that was just never. I don't know. It just never hit me. You know?
You're a big Avengers fan, right?
Love the Avengers.
Who were your like top 3 teams? Would you say?
One of my, well, I'll tell you, I don't know, I wouldn't even know if the top 10 teams are some of my favorite Avengers stories. When Jeff Johns wrote the Avengers, he wrote it for maybe 20 issues,
Oh, I was
maybe.
Gonna say, I've never
Some of the best stuff, and then Bendis took it over and destroyed it. But then I started to like it.
Yeah,
but when Bendis took it over, he totally killed everything that went on in Jeff Johns' Avengers. Just destroyed it.
Was that New Avengers like 2004?
Yeah, whatever that first New Avengers was.
You didn't like that run?
No, it grew on me.
Oh, okay.
But I hated it because he destroyed everything Jeff Johns did.
Oh,
and Jeff Johns did Red Zone. It was a Red Zone story. If you ever get a chance to read that, awesome. And like it's something about Search for She-Hulk or something with the She-Hulk. Great stuff. I mean, he put Ant-Man, Wasp, and Yellow Jacket on the same team, and it worked. All right, you had 3 little bugs on a team of 6 or 7. Jack of Hearts was in it. I mean, they were all just like all their minor characters, and it was one of the best. It was one of the best runs I read.
Yeah. Was that late 90s, early 2000s?
Probably early 2000s. Well, it led into when Jeff Johns left. That's when Bendis took over and destroyed the Avengers. Or what I forget what the
disassembled, right? When
Avengers disassembled, right?
Yeah, okay.
So Johns was before Avengers disassembled.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, it was great. And then so when Disassemble come up, I'm like, you piece of crap. And but then I eventually liked it, and I loved Ben. I ended up loving Bendis's runs. It's but at the beginning, if I was gonna punch him in the head. If I hope he comes and does a show, because I'm gonna come over and flip his table over.
Judge.
What's Spider-Man doing there?
But I really liked it. But I didn't like the way he disassembled it, killed off Jack of Hearts, who I've always liked him as a character, as a supporting character.
Yeah.
Again, he's a clown that shouldn't have his own book ever.
He's been in She-Hulk.
He's been in the recent She-Hulk stuff,
which has been pretty good.
So that was it, and then they did a point, and I don't remember who was writing this. I mean, I love Kurt Busiek's run. But they did a point where the Black Knight and Black Widow were the leaders of the Avengers. Had Cersei, Crystal was in it, maybe Hercules, because I know all the big guys left.
Yeah,
they were pissed because they had a story where they went up and fought the Kree, the big brainhead, the guy that I forget the clown's name. Yeah. But they says, all right, this guy here, this guy here has just been a detriment in the world, in all of the universe. Yeah. Black Knight took his sword, shoved it through his head, and killed him.
Damn.
And I forget it. The all-knowing crowd. It was a big giant head. I can't remember the guy's name. So he killed him. Well, when they come back to Earth, says, you guys should be in charge with stuff. He goes, hey, what we did out in space has nothing to do with down here. And then Cap, being the whining Boy Scout that he is, and I love Cap though.
Say whining Boy Scout.
But he's like, I can't be on a team with murderers like this. And Black Knight and Black Widow's like, well, then get out of here, right? So all of them left, and they took over, and they had Quicksilver was on the team too. Okay. So yeah, it was just kind of a third-rate team.
Yeah.
But the stories were great, It's
I'll have to look into that.
Yeah, so yeah, that was a great run also. And I like when the Beast back in the 70s, and the Beast was on the Avengers too.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, love when the Beast was in the Avengers. Love all that stuff. So I never had a favorite team, but I got favorite sections, favorite runs that I like. And it just some of them just so happens that the team, if you looked at it, says, why would you read these clowns?
And it was $1 to get in. And I used to go every weekend, and I'd pay $1 for one of the first shows, and I'd just stay in there and I'd watch it all day. I've literally seen in the theater Star Wars over 100 times.
We used to do that. We would go down back in the 80s when, like, the Schwarzenegger movies. We saw Commando, and then we snuck into Invasion USA with Chuck Norris.
Didn't work, huh? Now it will.
Yeah. Great movie. Where the girl's doing the coke with the metal straw and hits her in the head.
Yeah, they never over Plasto. They never kicked you out of the theater.
No, they didn't care.
Right, because it was never like sold out. So you could be in there, and if you stayed for the movie again, or if you even showed up late, okay, you went in late, you stayed and you rewatched it again. They never said anything for you to get out. They had a couple video games in there. You just go play the video games. The movie started again, and then you went back in and play. You went back in. Yeah, they didn't care.
Yeah, no, they didn't care.
When was
I
that?
saw Rocky
Plaza?
Horror Picture
When
Show
was the
there.
Plaza movie? I don't remember
It's where it's
In the Shaw's parking
Plaza
lot.
in the Shaw's parking lot.
that. I don't remember that.
Yeah, it was.
It was way
where
down-
Shaw's is
it was
here.
way down in the
It was
corner.
way down in the back
When did they
here.
close it?
Oh God, years ago.
90s or late 80s.
Oh,
I think it was
yeah,
the 80s.
I wasn't
Yeah,
in
late
the
80s.
neighborhood.
I think it was Mattress Store was the last thing it was before they took the building down.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah, and they had a baby shop there too at one time too, a crib store or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was still in Lawrence. I moved in the early '90s to Halo.
Yeah, that was the Plaza Theater was cool. They used to have midnight movies. That's where I saw Song Remains the Same, and Rocky Horror Picture Show. I saw there.
And, the full audience participation.
Yep.
They didn't care.
Nope, not yeah. You got to go and throw shit, do whatever you did for it, and they were okay. Yeah, hey, bring in your shit. We'll clean it up after. Yeah, they did like Pink Floyd, The Wall, which I was never a Pink Floyd man. I never went to see that.
I saw it.
Yeah, I never went to see that
I saw the
Trippy.
the original Star Trek, the motion picture.
up there. Yeah.
I think they knocked it down.
I saw that at the Haverhill Theater. I saw the Star Trek at the Haverhill Theater.
It was the Halo Theater too?
Yeah, where Chunky's used to be.
Oh, I remember Chunky.
Yeah.
Well, before Chunky's, it was
theater.
Cinema
Oh,
495.
I only
Yeah,
remember when it was Chunky. Yeah.
yeah. Before that, it had its own theater. I think there was four theaters in there. You know, it's,
Same with Chunky's.
yeah.
Chunky's was
I think the one in Plasto, they finally knocked it down when they put Market Basket down there, and then Market Basket moved further up the street.
Yeah.
No,
There was two market baskets.
Yeah, we had two
Well,
markets.
there was two for a while, and then they finally
Yeah.
shut that
Well,
one down.
but no, they still had the mattress store and stuff there when Market Basket
Yeah.
was still there.
Yeah, because it was
It was a
Yeah.
KB Toys.
Yeah, KB Toys is right on the end.
That's what the last thing it was before it was
There was a
Shaw's.
grocery
Yeah.
store there, but it was called like Harvest Market or something like
Okay.
that, and then it
I
became
think
a
I
Market
remember
Basket. And I thought they expanded it, and when they did, they knocked it down.
When I was a kid, it was a PGA.
Yeah, PGA. I remember PGA being up there too.
It was either that or when they put the Shaws
No,
in.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, I remember PGA being. Then Kings was up there too. You had Kings.
That's where the Aldi's is now.
Yeah, the Kings. Kings and there was another department store in with the Shaw's Plaza. I can't remember the name of it. I can't remember the name.
Was
of
that
it.
Ames?
No,
No,
we're
Ames
talking.
was in Salem.
Yeah, no, yeah, we're talking before
Service
that.
merchandise?
No, that was up. That's up
That
where
was, I
Walmart
remember there was
is.
one over there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's up where Walmart. But I could have sworn there was a where it would almost be where. Let's see, you have Hawaiian Aisle.
Yeah,
it would be
after
this side of Hawaiian Aisle,
Like where TJ
Marshalls
Maxx?
is. Yeah, where TJ's Maxx is. There was another not convenience. There was another department store there. So I remember
Like
parents.
a Kmart type store?
Yeah, that sort of thing.
Probably Bradley's maybe?
No, Bradley's is up in
Actually,
the market.
you might be right. That might have been in Kings.
I thought it was
might have
Kings.
been Giant.
Giant was on
Yeah.
all these Shaws.
Yeah.
The old Shaws building where Shaws used to be. Yeah, Giants was on there, and I think Kings was here, vice versa. But yes, it was a Giants and a Kings. But I think the Kings was where Shaws is now, or
Yeah.
right there.
TJ
Yeah,
Maxx is now.
yeah. The Market Basket was down there to the end. Market Basket didn't own that building.
No, that's why they built that other
Yeah,
one.
but they had already had that one.
Yeah.
that was there first.
That was
Yeah.
open when that was still
Yeah,
the
that-
small market
I
basket
thought
as they
they had the
referred to
small
it.
one first,
No.
then they built the other one.
Nope, the big one was first. The small one was put there as an overflow for the big one, but also to keep them from putting another grocery store in that spot.
'Cause they-
And that's why they
Because
that's why they
had
were
the
there.
CVS down the other end before it moved further down.
And at the very end, beginning of that, used to be that farm stand.
Yep.
Yeah, it used to be that farm stand, the convenience store with the farm stand outside, right on the 2 lane of 125, not the 4 lanes of 125. I don't think I'd even want it. But it's a limited edition hardcover of like the history of Marvel. It's a hard sell. I go, it's a retail price, $150. I go, I don't know. I wouldn't pay any more than $50 for it. 75 tops. I wouldn't pay any more than $50 for it. And if you can get $100 for it, be happy. You know, it's put 125 on it. Someone asks you, we take 100, just take it. You know, it's and he goes, that's why I was picking your brain, because I have the same bad feeling about this. I go, most of the time I probably wouldn't even want to buy it. And I go, and then he goes, well, that's why I called you. He goes, because He goes, I've told people this. He goes, I tell people, talk to people about the store. He goes, but I modeled my store on how I do business the way you did it. He goes, I follow what you were doing. I'm saying, I don't know. I go, I don't know if that was the right thing. Yeah, I like Mitch too.
Yeah, he was. We did some work for him at the house, and I don't know. He brought us candy and homemade stuff, and he had a broken water pipe.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
You know, and I billed him for it.
Yeah.
I mean, I had no choice, but yeah, he come up. His wife had made some stuff, and
Yeah, his wife's super nice too.
yeah, she was
Jean,
nice
yeah.
too. Yeah, they were nice to work for. But it was good.
Yep. So yeah, I think I think his store's been in business for 5 years.
Oh, that's
I
good.
think it's called Cooper's Collectibles or something.
yeah,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
good.
yeah, Cooper's Collectibles or something like that. Yeah, it's in Pennsylvania. I don't remember which. I don't remember what city he's in, but yeah. But so yeah, I mean, so he's been a customer since day one. Since day one he was here.
Does he do videos too?
No.
No. Does he ever look at yours?
Oh yeah. He's been on one of our videos.
Oh, really?
The original series. He was he was on. I believe he was on. When Felipe was doing them.
Really?
Yeah, he came up and he was visiting from Pennsylvania. It just happened that we were filming that day. Yeah, I don't think you filmed him. Yeah. Yeah. So, but yeah, it was. So he was there. Paul Gidasis has been here since. I think he was here the first day we opened. He was here since day one. Hey, how you doing?
Good.
Dave Connors has been here pretty much. I wouldn't say he was here the first day we opened, but I knew him from back at Al's store, and he was in here early when we opened too. I don't think he was here the first weekend, but he was here. But yeah, we still have a handful of people that have been in since the first weekend we opened that have been here. So 30 years, and then some later.
I've been here longer than that.
Yeah.
I've been a longer customer.
Yeah, you have. Yeah, because you were the one that was putting the floor on, remodeling for me. Yeah. I remember we had to bring this rug in.
That thing was so heavy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Geez.
Well, I mean, we should have figured out when they used the machine to put it into the truck, and it's just me and you to try to drag it out of the truck, and that was it. It was just dragged out.
Yeah, I remember. Did we have to hold it with a rope, or did we just drop it on the floor?
We dropped it. Yeah, we right, because it was up high off the truck, so that was great. And we just pulled it, and we dragged it until we got it into the store that we could actually close the door, and then we just left it there because that was so heavy. I don't know what we were thinking.
He's at 477 Locust Street, Columbia, Pennsylvania.
Columbia, Pennsylvania. Yeah.
Yeah. Closes at 4. Open now. Closes at 4.
Cooper's
717-719-1845.
Cooper's Collectibles.
Yep. This was Cooper's Comic and Collectibles.
Yep.
Yep. They don't. Yep. Oh, that's good. Mitch Cooper. Yep.
Yep.
Reviews. Small place with welcoming atmosphere. Such a great selection. Friendly service. He said he took after you.
Yeah, see?
Jesus.
Yeah. He modeled his business after me.
Super friendly and great prices. Yeah. Those were your reviews.
Oh yeah, it's nice outside on the corner.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Yeah, comics are neat. Wonder if he made all that stuff.
Yeah, I think he made the racks,
Did he? Nice racks.
or someone made them for him. I think.
We never thought of doing it that, but I don't know. If we did it that way, your floor may have a chance of not caving in. Everything's attached to the wall.
Oh yeah.
You know? Yeah, he's got a nice store, nice tiles. Yeah, he doesn't have a 30-year-old rug.
No, but he's got 5-year-old tiles.
Yeah.
So.
That's good.
Yeah, when he called, it was just good to hear from him. Yeah, it's I hear him a couple times a year. We talk, but yeah, he still has his band too. He was, he used to have a band up here or whatever. Well, he used to do music at the parks or whatever. And he was one of the guys that I missed when he moved.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna miss this guy. I liked him coming in every week, just talking with him
I have
and.
to call him someday and tell him he's doing good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, give him a call. You guys,
I got his number.
Yeah. I mean, write his newsletter. He'll tell you what's there too, what's available and whatnot. And I like that. It says that's too much work.
Do you ever send him stuff?
I did when he first started open. He needed a few things. I was able to send him stuff. Yeah, but he's pretty much hooked up on, get the distributors and stuff now. And
That's good.
Yeah. But if he called me up now and still needed some Magic or still needed some Pokemon or something, I'd send some down.
Tell him I have plenty at the house.
Yeah, I wouldn't even know. I wouldn't even know it was gone until the end when my inventory sheet doesn't fit when I get to the last case. Man, I said I had 6 more here. Oh yeah, I sold those to Mitch.